Hold on. If you're standing there with a bottle of cleaner ready to scrub your bathroom, just give me 1 minute. Put that cleaner down. It doesn't matter what product you use. If it's not working, the cleaner is not the problem. The order is. Soap scum and mold are two completely different things. If you try to get rid of both the same way, attacking one will actually drive the other deeper into the surface. That's why you can scrub for 3 hours and it still looks exactly the same. I'm Mike Patterson. I've spent 20 years cleaning thousands of bathrooms professionally, and today I'm going to give you one thing. The exact order that cleaning companies use on the job. Follow this order and your bathroom will look completely different in 30 minutes. If you know someone who's been struggling with bathroom cleaning, send them this video and drop your own cleaning story in the comments below. Before we start, just give me 30 seconds. Run your finger along the grout in your bathroom right now. Does it feel rough and gritty? That's soap scum. If it looks dark or discolored and feels slimy, that's mold. Here's why this matters. These two things require completely opposite approaches. The moment you go after both with the same cleaner, you fight one and the other digs in deeper. Soap scum is mineral deposits from tap water that dry and harden on your surfaces layer by layer. Think of it like limestone slowly building up on your walls. Every shower adds a little more until one day you're scraping at it and nothing comes off. Mold is a whole different story. It's a living organism. It feeds on the moisture in your bathroom and roots itself deep into the grout. Wipe the surface and the roots stay right there, and it'll be back the following week. So you're not just cleaning the surface, you have to kill the root. That's exactly what I'm going to show you right now. But before we get into it, there's one thing you need to do first. Don't grab your cleaner yet, and don't run any water. Take an old toothbrush and scrub the grout while it's still dry. When the surface is dry, the debris comes off cleanly, and that's what allows the cleaner to penetrate deep into the surface. All right, now we're getting into it. Follow along in order. Step 1. We're going after the mold first with an alkaline cleaner. Baking soda, dish soap, an all-purpose cleaner, whatever you have at home, works just fine. Mold is organic matter. Alkaline solutions break down the cell walls of that organic matter and dissolve it. That's why alkaline cleaner is mold's worst enemy. Apply it from top to bottom. Grout first, then tile. The grout is where mold actually takes root. That's your primary target. Once you've applied it, do not wipe it off right away. Let it sit for 5 minutes. That's the difference between a professional clean and an amateur one. Those 5 minutes are when the cleaner is actually doing the work breaking down the mold cell walls. Wipe it off too soon, and you've done nothing but spread cleaner around. After 5 minutes, scrub the grout with a brush or old toothbrush straight lines, following the direction of the grout. Don't scrub in circles, that just spreads the debris around. Rinse it off thoroughly when you're done. And make sure you rinse completely. I'll tell you exactly why in the next step. Step 2. This is where most people stop and say, good enough. Don't do that. The soap scum is still there. Alkaline cleaners will not touch soap scum. Soap scum is inorganic mineral buildup, and it takes an acidic solution to break it down. Got white vinegar at home? That works perfectly. Or you can use citric acid mix 1 teaspoon into about 2 cups of water. That works just as well as anything you'd buy at the store. Spray it onto the soap scum and again, let it sit for 5 minutes. The acid is slowly dissolving that mineral buildup while you wait. Now here's something you absolutely cannot skip. Do not mix your step 1 alkaline cleaner with your step 2 acid cleaner. They neutralize each other and you're left with zero cleaning power. Rinse completely after step 1, then move into step 2. That's the rule. After 5 minutes, scrub with a soft brush or sponge, and watch that white, chalky buildup lift right off the surface. First time you see it happen, it's genuinely satisfying. Step 3. Bleach. A lot of people reach for the bleach first, and that's the mistake right there. Bleach only does its job properly after steps 1 and 2. Once the soap, scum, and debris are cleared away, bleach can get deep into the grout where the mold actually lives. And while we're at it, pouring bleach straight from the bottle onto your grout, that's actually working against you. Too concentrated, and it damages the surface without effectively killing the mold. Here's the right ratio. For general cleaning, mix 1 teaspoon of bleach into 1 cup of water. For heavy mold in the grout lines, mix 2 tablespoons of bleach into 1 cup of water. And here's something a lot of people don't know. Do not mix bleach with hot water. Hot water breaks down the active ingredient in bleach and renders it completely ineffective. Always use cold or lukewarm water when you dilute it. When you apply it to the grout, use a cotton swab or a cotton pad, not a spray. Spraying it broadly won't get the bleach into the grout where you need it. Press the swab along the grout lines and work it in carefully. Then let it sit for a full 10 minutes. Rinse before 10 minutes and the mold is still alive. At 10 minutes, you're looking at 99% elimination. Now this is critical. Do not apply bleach right after your acid cleaner from step 2. Mixing the two produces toxic fumes. Rinse thoroughly after step 2, ventilate the bathroom, and only then move on to bleach. Wear gloves and a mask for this step. Keep the window open the entire time you wait. After 10 minutes, rinse everything off completely. Step 4. Drying. If you skip the drying, steps 1 through 3 were a waste of your time. Mold only needs moisture to come back. Give it a week, maybe 10 days, and it'll be right back where it started. If you have a squeegee, grab it now. If not, a dry towel will get the job done. Wipe the walls from top to bottom, then move to the floor. For the grout lines, go over them with a hairdryer about 30 seconds per section. You want every bit of moisture pulled out of those grout lines. Once you're done, leave the bathroom door open for at least 2 hours. Close that door and you're locking humidity inside, and that's exactly the environment mold needs to come back. This one step alone will double the time before you need to do this again. If you've followed along this far, your bathroom should already look like a completely different room. But if you do one more thing, you can push your next cleaning cycle out 2 to 3 times as long. Water repellent coating. The moment water touches your clean tile and grout, minerals start building up all over again. A water repellent coating creates a protective barrier that stops water from bonding to the surface in the first place. You know how rain just beads up and rolls right off a car windshield? That's exactly what this coating does. Spray a water repellent coating onto your dry surfaces and buff it in with a dry cloth. If you'd rather go the natural route, try glycerin. Mix 1 tablespoon of glycerin into 1 cup of water and apply it directly to the grout lines. You can find it at any drugstore for just a few dollars, and the effect lasts around 3 months. Let me give you a quick recap of everything we covered today. Dry scrub the grout first. Use an alkaline cleaner to kill the mold. Follow up with an acid cleaner to dissolve the soap scum. Treat with bleach to eliminate what's left. And dry completely. That's the whole system, and you don't need to run through this every week. This full routine once a month is all you need. One last thing before I let you go. Clean your exhaust fan filter every 3 months. A clogged fan can't pull moisture out of the bathroom, and when that happens, mold comes back twice as fast. Pull the filter out, rinse it under water, let it dry, and put it back. 5 minutes. If this video helped you out, please share it with someone who's been dealing with the same problem. And leave your cleaning story in the comments. What have you tried? What's still driving you crazy? I'll go through them and use your questions for future videos. This is Mike Patterson. See you next time.